Today we're going to have a little play test with the Lament set. It's a three-piece set that you get from Gear Dungeon and the Forge. We're going to see how it works and who should wear it. I'll see you in a minute. Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming and we are back into Watcher Realms. Now this is Gluttony. He's in the Lament set, which is a three-piece set. So when the ultimate is triggered, increases damage by 30% and crit damage by 40%, lasting for 8 seconds. That all sounds simple enough. So we stuck this set on Gluttony, mostly because he's got his basic attack is just his basic attack. It's one hit, doesn't do anything magical. He's got a passive which won't get activated, and then he's got his ultimate. So we're just dealing with his basic attack and his ultimate, and we'll have a good assessment of what's happening. So this is a set. We're just going to take him out of it, so we've got our datum to work from. This is a flat attack piece from Lament, and we'll swap it in for another flat attack mythical piece, so the stats remain the same, but we won't get any of the set bonus out of him, and then we'll chuck him into a fight and see what actually happens and goes on. So here's Gluttony and here's the guild boss. We'll chuck him in here. It's only hard, I think it is. So Gluttony's whacking away with his basic attack and he's hitting for 4,160 points of damage. That's nice and easy, so we know what he hits for there, and then later on we'll be able to see if the set does any difference. It's not triggered until the ultimate is triggered, so we'll just wait for him to build up, and there's his ultimate coming up now. Boom, there it goes. So he hit for 30,265. He healed himself for just over 18.5k, but that shouldn't really affect us going forward anyway. So right, let's swap him in to the Lament set. So there he is, now dressed up in the Lament set, so we should get the set bonus from that when he triggers his ultimate, and we'll have a look at how much damage his ultimate then increases for. We're chucking back into the guild boss on hard level, and we will just have a little play test at that. I do like this functionality. It does give a nice place to actually be able to test some stuff out and see what people hit for and that sort of thing. Okay, so this is it. The boss is down. Just waiting on Gluttony. Put Gluttony down. I have put him in a slightly different place, but there he goes. He's still hitting for the 4,160, which is to be expected because he doesn't get anything until he triggers his ultimates. Now, he's not far off triggering that now, so let's have a look. Bigger than, there we go. That was bigger. 39,338. That is what he now hits for. The healing's the same as we expect it to be. He's now hitting for, though, on his basic attack, 5,408. So that 8 seconds from when it's triggered by the ultimate carries on. It's not just for the duration of the ultimate and ends when the ultimate ends or ends after 8 seconds. It's triggered at the ultimate, carries on for 8 seconds, and will be hopefully triggered again when you then do your next ultimate. Now this is arguably possibly one of the worst things in the game, or one of my probably pet peeves with the game, that there doesn't seem to be any indication that he's got this buff or ability on himself. So as we trigger his ultimate this time, as we click on him, we can see there isn't anything going on him. There's no indication there that the set is triggered. There's nothing above the icon or the character. There's, other than the actual damage increase that you can visually see, there's no way of knowing when the buff goes on. That was his increase in damage, so then there's nothing to say he's got a buff on him to increase damage, or he's got a buff on him for crit damage increase. There's nothing there, which is a bit of a shame, or a timer to say when your 8 seconds is up. So I've just had to re-gear Laurel because she was an invigoration set, which would have put in buff on him, and that sort of thing. So I've just stripped her off there. I want to just see if when we place him down, whether the set has like an internal cooldown or something like that. So we've chucked him down and we'll let him wail away on the boss, and we'll trigger his ultimate. Once his ultimate is triggered, we'll then get Laurel down and we'll see if we can trigger it again as soon as the 8 seconds is worn off, or as close to it as possible. I don't think we'll build up enough rage to get it triggered straight away, but there he is. He's done his ultimate. We're just putting her down now. Then we'll do our old magic, recall her, and get the 50% rage increase on him. That's it. It's It's worn off now, so he's now hitting for the 4160. I'll try and chuck some freeze frames in on this to see if we can see when he triggers it. So his ultimate is coming around again now, and it'd be nice to see internal. No, it hasn't. So that was the 3-9, and now he's hitting for the 5-4. You can easily see that. So yeah, no internal cooldown, so we can keep triggering this every 8 seconds, I suppose, is the way we want to trigger it. Now finally, I just want to make sure that it's triggered by his ultimate and not an ultimate. So quick marksman down, quick Laurel down, pull her away, get the rage buff, there we are. Now let's get gluttony down, and he's sitting for the 4160, trigger her ultimate, and he's still hitting for, didn't see it, yeah, 4160. So it's his ultimate, not an ultimate. It doesn't work like the Soulbound Arcana set. I don't know if they fixed that or not. Shh, don't tell the devs. Right, so it's his ultimate. Now we need to find someone who triggers an ultimate every 8 seconds. So here we are, we've got Greed in our not Hell's Lament set. We've got him just missing the flat attack piece in the centre, same as before. The reason is his ultimate, 300 rage. It starts, and he starts when you put him down at 200, so his ultimate will come up quickly. I haven't got anything else on him, it is just literally those 3 pieces. So we'll put him down, he'll get the 200 buff, it'll only be 100 rage before his ultimate triggers off, and then he's back round to triggering all the ultimates again, I think. So we'll see how this goes then. We just get our, without him in the set, we'll just get a quick look at how he performs. So this isn't proving as easy as I'd hoped, because he puts magic resistance reduction down, or he has a 50-50 chance of putting it down. But essentially he hits for 2664 without it, 2770 with it. His ultimate always seems to hit for 6046, and the tick from post his ultimate is either 361 without the magic reduction, or 378 if he has got magic resistance reduction on the boss. So they're the differences. Now what I'll do, you can either go through the video and slow it down and check yourself, or you can take my word for it and I will ping it up on the side as we go through the next fight. So this is our Greed. He's now in the Hell's Lament set. We're going to chuck him back into the guild boss. We'll put a card again, we'll chuck him back in there. Now on the left hand side of the screen I'm going to put what he done without the Hell's Lament set, and on the right hand side I've sort of slowed it down and gone through it time and time again to sort of get what he was doing on with the Hell's Lament set. So you'll be able to see the differences come up on the screen about now. Now the basic attack MR is when he puts the magic resistance debuff on the boss, so that changes his damage output. So when you see MR, that's with the buff or the debuff on the boss, and without it was without the debuff on the boss. So the only other thing is with the Hell's Lament set, the basic and the basic attack with the MR down is the same, because I don't know what it was. He hit for that, and that was the hit that applied the magic resistance debuff, so I don't know which way round it calculates. I don't know if it calculates it as it puts it on and then puts a debuff on, or puts a debuff on and then calculates the damage. So that's the issue there. But other than that, that was a change in damage. Now, the only other thing to say is that he managed a total of 3 hits without any Hell's Lament buff on him, so to speak. So it took 3 hits before he triggered his ultimate again. There was 8 seconds of him having that Hell's Lament buff attached to him, then there were 3 hits, then he triggered his ultimate again. So that was sort of the downtime he had. So who is going to benefit from this set? Well, I feel there's 2 categories of people who are going to benefit. The ones we haven't talked about, and that is anyone where you're waiting on dealing a particular high amount of damage. So Guild Boss Shield, that sort of thing, you can save up someone's ultimate, you can trigger it then with a manual ultimate, and then go hell for leather with your extra damage buff on yourselves to actually get the shield down. I think that's definitely one possibility. And there's the anyone with a really small amount of rage and the very quick ability to get your ultimates turned over. So Valkyra's got relatively low rage requirement, Abomination is quite low, So you'll have to go through your heroes, have a look to see who's got a low requirement to actually trigger their ultimate, or preferably someone who's got an ultimate that lasts 8 seconds and then you can trigger it almost immediately would be helpful, but I don't think there is that champion about. Now, the other thing to watch out for is you're not going to easily get a set of this. I don't think I've got a set about that I would actually put on anyone. I've just got bits of sets that I keep solely to do videos like this. That's about it really. So the requirement on getting a set that's better than other sets you can put on someone is quite slim, I think. Now, do remember that stats are better than sets, so if you're looking for something, look to make sure you've got the stat requirement, not a nice set on them, because the set is just an added bonus rather than having the correct stats on them. Now that's about it for me today. If you could leave me a thumbs up, a like and subscribe if you've got this far in the video, if you've enjoyed it, that'd be much appreciated. If you think there's anything I missed during testing or is worth testing out again, or you've got a particular champion in mind that you think would work well with this set, just put it down in the comments below and we maybe chuck it on them, see how they work, that sort of thing. Now, thank you very much for your time. Happy gaming, and I'll see you in a video again soon. Cheers. Goodbye.